A very big welcome to you, my dear Cancer, and a big welcome to the other zodiac signs that are here for this new moon inspiration. The sun and the new moon both in Cancer, and also Mercury is in Cancer in retrograde. So what's happening here is that we start recognizing to understand, how do I communicate with myself? How do I actually verbalize the state of consciousness that I have achieved now? And of course, when the moon is dark, we can only look from within into our patterns, into our intuition, and the sun as well now in the light, right? So both in your sign, dark and light equal. It's almost like this is the chance, right? Where you can look and see, okay, how do I treat myself? How do I talk to myself? And so we're gonna look for all, right? Because we all feel this moment, but particularly this is the moment for you. The lovers are coming. Look at you. That's Gemini. And Gemini is that moment where if you are married, maybe you want to take a vow again. And if you are not married yet, you might want to get married, right? Or the desire is there. But this is a marriage with yourself, first and foremost. Loving yourself so much that you would marry yourself, right? And that love is here to show you that it's the duality that gets married, the masculine, the feminine, and the hermit is here, and he's the one that shows you, yes, this is the moment. This is where we are arriving. So we're going to look what Gemini is saying, because Mars is in Gemini, and the Tower, right, which is the 16th major arcana, has a 6 inside. So we're going to see, but this is because Gemini came up, and now we're going to see what's talking here. You get the Ace of Wands. So this act is actually an act of rebellion. It's the act of self-love, the act of arriving, the act of knowing now I can act into the world out of one energy after the other. And I'm consciously using this as this is who I become. The 6 and the 1 is the 7, and you have the 7th major arcana, the Chariot, the crown chakra, the emotional success. Beautiful, look at this. So this new moon is saying, drop this one idea and really focus all your love onto it, and you will make it happen. So since the 7 came up, I could pick another card from your deck, or I take, since the Ace came, Mercury, and Mercury is in retrograde in your sign. So I feel that works more, stronger than taking a card from you. Now we're looking into an oracle, because the Magician Mercury, for me, it's like an oracle. It's the magic. And here comes the Holy Mountain. So look at this. He sits here. You'd barely see him. If I go closer, you see the person sitting here on the Holy Mountain. And the 25 becomes the 7. So there's a 7-7 portal here at this new moon, sun and new moon in your sign. And up here, you are realizing all of this. This is what is happening deep within you. A 77. Being creative in the way you love yourself, in the way you act, in the way you go out into the world, in the way you are now ready to take on the world, because the 2 is the high priestess, and that's the moon, which is always connected to you, but it's Lilith that's connected here to the two, the duality. And then the 5, that's the Hierophant, that's Taurus. Here we see the altar. Here we see that the altar is your body, the 5 elements, the 5 fingers, right? In the 5 elements, we see, of course, very clearly, here we understand that when I hold the mountain as an altar, and I sit and I see all the elements around me supporting me, then I can come into that next level of co-creating, of manifesting. And this today at this new moon, right? Very important to see the dark and the light. This is the moon and here's the sun. And it's beautiful, right? To recognize that there are such beautiful energies turning around us, spinning around us, and we can read into it. And at the same time, we can have our imagination recreating what works for us, right? There is a map to get up to the mountain. But that map, deep within you, you will go. One person will go this way, the other person will go this way, the other one will go down this way, the other one will go in the middle, up. Everybody has their own path. And so the 77, if I calculate it together, I get the 14, which is, of course, Sagittarius. And in Sagittarius, we see the philosophy, we see the expansion, the wanting to be out there in the world. And then, of course, the 14 turns into the 5, the altar, the 5 elements. The financial situation then that makes you aware of that everything is interconnected. And if you respect as much as you can everything will come to you just as it destined to be. What a beautiful message. I hope I see you in the next one. It's when we get the sun in Leo. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me and wishing you a beautiful new moon ceremony. Namaste.